As the weather turned even worse and the wait at Resolute Bay grew longer, the odds soon became unfavourably stacked against Ben. These adverse weather conditions are being caused by a low pressure system hanging over the Arctic Ocean. The weather has been so intense that scientists based in Resolute for 30 years have never seen anything like it. Finally, the decision was made that the expedition had to be abandoned this year, but it was not done lightly. Sometimes grasping the meaning of decisions like this can be a difficult task, especially for the explorers themselves, and it often forces them to return to the question, why should they undertake such expeditions in the first place? Many suggest it is the pursuit of fame and distinction that drives people like Ben to do what they do. Only the conceited and egotistical dare to endure such hardships. But for me, this opinion seems to demonstrate a lack of imagination. Expeditions like this don't just last a month or two, but are the product of several months, if not years of training, preparation and fundraising, while simultaneously trying to keep up with the demands of a normal life. The solo North Pole expedition is often considered to be the toughest journey on the planet, but it hasn't got this title just for the obvious physical challenges. It is a challenge of equal measure to merely get to the starting point. Despite its notoriety, the reason why people like Ben set out on such a challenge seems to be more a pursuit of contentment. They do not seek renown or prominence, but to live fulfilled, if only briefly, when no one else will dare live. For Ben and the other 3 expeditions who were foiled by the weather in the Arctic Ocean this year, nothing else can quite compare to the life you can experience living on ice. In a world where the North and South Poles are becoming increasingly attainable vistas to those with enough money, by means of direct flights or shorter trips that gain instant gratification, it is touching and humbling to witness a final few strive to achieve something pure, reaching the geographic poles from the coast and entirely under their own steam. And it is all the more lamentable when they must surrender to a power that they have no control over. The time spent here in the Arctic offered a rare glimpse into the hardships and humour that makes Ben's dream so interesting, and although this time he'll have to return home empty-handed, very few people other than Ben himself could convince me that there is something special, maybe even beautiful, in failing once in a while, and that is the finest testament to his capacities as a great explorer.